What the fuck do you know? Well, I don't know. A lot of shit. Probably nothing. Pink Pants would know a lot of. Who's that doll chick thing in the background? Cool. Hello, and welcome to WTF Industries. I honestly thought I wouldn't be back here anytime soon, since ever I played the game What the Fuck Is Wrong With You, and we found out that I'm not a pretty fucked up person. According to the game, I was only 30% more fucked up than other people, which is fucking impressive, cause yeah, but the last What the Fuck game with this character in it. Oof. Ui. That was so fucked up. I just ate, I was so full, and it was. The other one definitely play on an empty stomach, because otherwise you might wanna vomit. Oh my god, that was gross and disgusting. Ow. And people who know me are gonna be like, they know it has to be bad if I am what the fucked out of it. Like, I'm noping out of something because it's too fucked up. That means a lot. Anyway, why am I typing in the gaming thing? Probably wondering, where the hell am I? How the hell did I get here? Who the hell are you? And why aren't you wearing pants? All valid questions, I must admit. Now, I could waste valuable time answering your questions, or I could just have you answer mine. As a matter of fact, that's most likely what will end up happening today. In case you don't already know, I'm Squirt, and I'll be the one analyzing you today. You see, here at WTF Industry, really go above and beyond to determine just how fucked up the world is, but more importantly, what makes the world so fucked up in the first place. The answer to that question is simple. People. And sometimes, things. Fucked up people. And fucked up things. And today we're going to go over some fucked up facts. I knew it. So what are they? Let me tell ya. Here's some seriously messed up facts to go through today. You don't believe half the shit. If you manage to tell me which facts are true and which facts are false, I'll be mightily impressed. So I have to know facts. That's why it's called What the Fuck Do You Know, and it's gonna be like really fucked up factual shit. That is definitely something for Pants. He knows a lot of random shit. I think he would be too great in this game. But let's see what fucked up things I know. Nearly everyone who came before you that was given this test either got every question wrong or they died. That's it. They just straight up died. Don't know why. They just did. Anyway, I have a feeling you're a little different. Should be alright. Yeah. You live. Yep, I live. I mean, you better hope, at least. So, allow me to explain the situation for you. My job to determine just how fucked up the world is using my handy dandy fucked-o-meter here to help me with this little task today. I'm going to ask you a slew of ridiculous questions and you're going to respond with very simple answers. The key here is to tell me whether or not you think the statement I present to you is true or false. If you answer the question correctly, you will be awarded a point. Now, just note before we start, 87% of people who have attempted this have failed miserably. If you haven't got a single one of these facts correct, you're already doing better than most. Hey, I'm gonna do great then. Why don't we go ahead and see just how far we can get, just how many points you can score. Remember to take your time and answer this question based on your best educated guess. There are no redos, there's no going back. Every single one of these fucked up facts will sound like complete bullshit, but I assure you, there are just as many fake facts as there are real ones. As I said, it is up to you to determine what is true and what is false. Let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? We will be starting right now. True or false? What is the coolest dude in the room right now? True. Damn, we're good at this. Off to a great start. True or false? Name given to the insect known as the butterfly was originally called as flutterby. However, lead scientist and famous historian Walter Collins suffered from a bout of dyslexia, and granted has been created an official title and no one has ever bothered fixing it. That sounds very true. It's false. This purely myth, despite the name Flutterby, almost seeming more appropriate for these delightful little beings. I know why Flutterby sounds like flutter, because flutter would make so much more sense. So much more sense. Alright. True or false? As recently as the 1980s, it was believed that babies couldn't feel pain, so many babies were operated on without the use of anesthesia. I know doctors, and I know how stupid they are. That has to be absolutely true. Doctors don't give a shit about people. They will kill you. They want to kill you. They don't want to fix you. It's the job to kill you. True. Yes. Algebra, idea that they didn't give a shit about anyone. Doctors are bad. Don't go to the doctor. Don't go to the hospital. You can heal yourself. Your body heals itself. Don't go to doctors. They're all evil. True or false? We produce enough sweat while sleeping better equates to 26 gallons per year. I think that is true. Yeah. It means that the average person sweats about 1 cup a day into their own bed. You sleep in that? Yep. Yep, that's true. I was just not sure about the amount of. True or false? Cats cannot taste salty things. False. This is false. Cats, however, can taste sweet things. True or false? Marvel Comics currently owns the rights to over 12 different fast food chains across the world, including McDonald's. This is so fucked up that I should press true, but I have to press false, because if that is true, I'm gonna be mind blown. You're telling me Marvel Comics currently owns McDonald's, the biggest fast food chain in the world? You know how big Marvel would have to be? Marvel could own the world, because McDonald's is bigger than Marvel. Marvel is big right now. And if they own all the other food, wow. They would own the world. Marvel could just do whatever the fuck they want. Like literally can decide world politics. Has to be false, come on. This is false. I knew it, good. But they once owned the rights to the word zombie. Nice. True or false? the 100-year war actually lasted a little under 100 full years. So we are getting interrupted. Obviously, I'm a history nerd. People who know me know I'm a history nerd. And the 100-year war didn't last 100 years. I'm not sure if how to go with actually lasted a little under 100 full years. I'm gonna say it is true, but it was like 69 years. False. What? Matter of fact, it lasted 116 years. Odd, huh? No, that can't be. The 30-year war lasted 30 years. What? And what? 116 years? Really? Oh, no. Now you're bullshitting me on the fact. No. Fuck, it is true? 116 years. England and France. Huh. Really? But it was shorter than 100 years. Yeah. I had to fact check that because I didn't believe it, but alright. True or false? That is. Hitler had a legitimate son who fought against him in World War II. No. But there's theories. There's a lot of World War II force. There's a lot of theories. It was the nephew, yes. Yes, the US nephew. William Hitler served in the US Navy during the war and later changed his name to... Exactly, that was the story. It was his nephew that changed all the Hitler's in the US, changed the name away to something different because they didn't want to... Their family didn't... It's actually related to Hitler, but they didn't want to be associated with Hitler anymore, so that's why they changed the name. And yeah, that was the story. I knew there was something. There we go. True or false? Oprah Winfrey's real name is Becky Simone Winfrey. I don't know, but probably true. False. However, Oprah isn't her real name either way. Her real name is Oprah, named after Orpah, named after a biblical figure who people would commonly mispronounce her name so often that she said she would stick with it for the sake of convenience. True or false? Human saliva is the slowest reproducing liquid substance instead of bodies. False. You know how much saliva you have? No way. During an average lifetime, we will actually produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools, which is equivalent to 53 bathtubs or 20,000 liters of saliva all around. True or false? The average person comes in contact with almost 6 murderers in their lifetime. True. That is true. If you met me, you already met one. So everyone who watches the stream, you've at least met one murderer. Estimating to meet new people per day in this 365 days in a year, considering that the average life expectancy is 70 years old. Let's go with it. That means that you can expect to walk by about 260,000 different people in a lifetime. So, well, I already had more people than that because there was so many concerts, but alright. So 6 out of every 100 is not murderers, therefore you can expect to at least walk by 15.6 murders in your life. Pretty interesting yet. Pretty frightening. Huh? No, I like it. True or false? Velociraptors were only slightly larger than chickens. Velociraptors? True. It seems like something that is true, but I'm gonna go with false. I knew it! It is true. Interesting enough, this is true. Many folks don't realize there's a honey the Velociraptor truly was. It only weighed up to 40 pounds maximum. It was only around 2 feet tall. It is still... Yeah, it's around 2 feet tall. No, 2 feet... A chicken is not 2 feet tall, are you shitting me? Flames stretch 6 feet when measured from tail to head, but is remarkably light and tiny, especially compared to many other creatures of the time period. True or false? Oh god, South African BMWs have no car alarms, making them the most widely stolen vehicle in the country. Dude, that sounds so stupid. It could so be true. I have to go with false, but I have to go with fuck. I don't know. Let's go with false. Yes. Actually, South African BMWs have flamethrowers in order to prevent car theft. Oh, that is a fact. Ah. Ooh. Smell of freshly cut grass are pheromones given off to attract certain insects responsible for helping grass to regenerate mating among the cut grass. Ooh. Ah, I was hoping. Smell of freshly cut grass is actually distress call, as if it was screaming and bleeding as it's being ruthlessly murdered. Okay, fair enough. True or false? The first electric vehicle was made in 1980, known as the Model T, and made by Henry Ford. Yes. What? Oh. First electric vehicle was actually a tricycle. Oh. Any vehicle, not just cars. Oh. Ooh. I was too quick on the gun there. I was just thinking the first electric car technically. Oh, yep. Oh. True or false? Sloths can hold their breath far longer than dolphins. Ooh? Dolphins can only hold their breath for up to 10 minutes before having to come up for air. Sloths, on the other hand, can hold their breath for up to 14 minutes. Also happen to be pretty damn good swimmers, surprisingly. True or false? Traffic congestion says 3 billion gallons of gas each year. No, that is false. It's actually, yeah. The exact opposite. Traffic congestion wastes 3 billion gallons of gas each year. That's what I was about to say, because literally standing still costs gas, so yeah, it costs a shit ton of gas. True or false? Male echidnas have 4 little penises. True. I mean, I can show you a picture if you want, but I'd rather not. And I'd rather not see it, to be honest. I don't want to see a 4-headed penis. I like dicks, but 4-headed? I don't want to imagine. No. Oh, goddamn. Next one, true or false? One man's sperm can impregnate every woman on Earth. Hold on. I think it is false. But one man's sperm. Because one ejaculation is millions of sperm, but something, or is it billion? If it's billion, then yes. No, I don't think. False. This is true. In merely 2 weeks, a man can produce enough sperm to impregnate every fertile woman on the planet. Jesus Christ. Let's go, man. let's make the whole world pregnant in 2 weeks. Not... Okay, wait. How many... No, I cannot make it in 2 weeks. What can I? Imagine all the women would be there. Oh wait, I need time, I just realized. The assumption, how long do I need to come? I can do it, I come really quick. But the problem is, until I can come again, that's a way longer time than I need to come, like Jesus Christ. Like, need at least half an hour to be able to come again. But I only need a good speed run for like 30 seconds. If even. Don't use that against me. Alright, next one. True or false? The man who grew the longest beard ultimately died from it. False. True. No! This morbid fact is a result of Hans Steininger, who became famous for having the world's longest beard, nearly 5 feet long. Hans subsequently died from it as he was attempting to escape from a fire. He tripped over his beard, fell down a flight of stairs and snapped his neck. Sounds familiar, actually. You know what to say. Live by the beard, die by the beard. True or false? When the moon is directly overhead, Uranus. That is bullshit. What? The moon's gravitational force acting directly above an object reduces the Earth's gravitational force, which is in essence means that less gravitational pull on you means the less you weigh. The fuck? Okay. True or false? Leonardo da Vinci etched his initials in the Mona Lisa's vagina covered with clothing. I wanna say false because I just used false and that was the truth, so it should be false now. But it sounds so true, like etched his initials into the Mona Lisa's vagina before covered with clothing. False. Yes, false. Good. He etched his initials into a right eye. God damn it. True or false? Hercules only existed in the United States for a little less than 100 years. True? False. Hercules was first introduced to the United States in the 1800s by Italian immigrants. Fair enough. True or false? Male ducks have corkscrew-shaped penises and some have barbs at the end of them. You know what? The penis facts are always true. Barbs are used to scrub away leftover sperm from rival males. That fun. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that fact? Hey guys, you wanna know something? Yo, dogs have corkscrew penises. They can just corkscrew women and get rid of sperm. Fuck's sake. What am I supposed to do with that fact? The average adult spends more time on the toilet than to do exercising weekly. Poop. Dude. According to research, adults spend around 3 hours and 9 minutes per week using the toilets, but only an average 1 hour and 30 minutes per week exercising. I've gotta agree. I'm surprised that we have 1 hour and 30 minutes per week exercising. How many people ran this and how many of them were sports crazy? Because I doubt it highly that 1 hour and 30, but I mean it's all fact, but Jesus. And 3 hours and 9 minutes is believable because most people take shorter than I do. Let's think. I poop About 4 times daily, just because 10 minutes, which would be 40, which would be 7 times. Excluding the urine alone, I would already have 4 hours and 40 minutes, Jesus Christ. Whoops. How does that make you feel? Kinda shitty, right? Ah, fuck you. Famous TV painter Bob Ross made $6.3 million in the first year that the joy of painting, whatever that is, probably show Erden TV making him the richest. Sure, true. False. Actually, Bob Ross never received any money from his show. He sold art supplies, how to reduce, and gave art lessons to get by. True or false? The military bunker underneath the Statue of Liberty. False, right? Yeah. But there's a military bunker located underneath the Eiffel Tower, and there's also a post office. Because the French gave it to the Americans, why would there be a bunker? True or false? Scientists discovered the fossil of a 430 million year old monster that some believe could be related to the Cthulhu. I think true. 2019, scientists discovered the ancient fossil of a monster that had tentacle-like features resembled Cthulhu so much that scientists officially named it Solacina Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Tentacles. Tentacles. Fuck. Inhale tissue. Yes, Cthulhu power, let's go. That is could actually be related to H.P. Lovecraft. Cthulhu remains to be seen, but it doesn't stop people from believing that this work of fictional horror could mean something more. True or false? The Sims games was originally designed as a dating simulator. True. False, no! Sims games, of course, yeah. The Sims games was originally designed as an architecture simulator, of course! That's where I do my architecture. This was inspired by a house fire. Enough. True or false? Snails do not require sleepiness life. True? False. Snails can actually sleep up to 3 years at a time. Hey, I wanna be a snail. Probably gonna get killed before that, but hell yeah, 3 years of sleep. So this, after the last two were false, this has to be true, but how? I knew it was have been soaked into water. One is hilariously too when they soak in water and fed the blast, they can make them stay awake and alive up to a week longer than normal. Jesus Christ. True or false, ants can't die from falling. False? Everything dies from falling. True. Due to the body proportions and tough exoskeleton, an ant's terminal velocity is not enough to harm it upon impact. Ants can be dropped from insane heights and still walk away. In fact, can I literally drop it from 9,000 meters? That's what I need to know. Otherwise, this is bullshit. True or false? Elephants can jump higher than the average house cat. True. False. Ah. Elephants are not physically capable of jumping at all. Oh. Would have just been so hilarious. True or false? You can safely consume 1,000-year-old honey. Sure. Honey does not look bad. At 70% water content, bacteria is dehydrated before it has a chance to spoil honey. True or false? Rosa Parks was the first flight attendant in 1946. False, right? Rosa Parks was someone, that's for sure, but not flight attendant, right? The world's first flight attendant was actually Mr. Heinrich Lewis, a German man in 1912. Yeah, Germany. True or false? Corn is one of the only naturally existing crops left in the world currently. False? They mean natural. That has to be what? False. Corn as we know it is actually a human invention, does not naturally exist in the wild. True or false? Marsupials have 3 vaginas, sure. This is true. Marsupials such as koalas, wombats and Tasmanian devils all have 3 vaginas. Good to know. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that info, but... Ooh. Probably something for that. For the kidnap dick. There's several vaginas on the sides that carry sperm to the 2 uteruses. These male marsupials have 2 brown penises to suit. Finally, the middle vagina births the offspring. Crazy, right? Interesting. True or false? Humans shed 40 pounds of skin alive and poop. As a matter of fact, I replace the entirety of the outer skin every month. Yeah, we do. True or false? Pilots and co-pilots are aware to eat same meals on flights, and it's important to make sure when working together that the food allergies us. Please be false. Please. It makes no sense. Pilots and co-pilots are required to eat the same meals on flights, so it's important to make sure when working together that their food allergies are synchronized. Why? If... who's calling me right now? So okay, back to ranting about this. Why would a pilot who has such an important job, first of all, get some food that they're allergic to, and why would they time it together, and how likely should they have the same food allergy, and what the fuck? False. Pilots and co-pilots are actually required to eat separate meals as a safety precaution in case of food poisoning. True or false? Male lions are the primary hunters in the pride. False. Female lions actually do most of the heavy lifting when it comes to hunting. Typically the male lions muscle in and take the lion's share after the females have done all the hard work. Yup. True or false? Starfish can regrow the arm. True. Top of that, fun fact, one arm can regrow an entire body. I know! I learned that all in biology. That was like 2nd grade of biology or something. False. Half of all humans have that false. True. Out of the estimated 109 billion people who have ever lived on planet Earth, half of them have died from the worst mosquito-borne illness, malaria. How? Where? That can't be possible. Malaria? And half of the people have died from COVID, sure. Wild hippos can only be found exclusively in Africa, probably true, but it's gonna say false and can also be found in South Africa. Yeah, Colombia, I knew it. South America, there we go. Actually, can be found today in Colombia as well. This is primarily due to the fact that the infamous Dr. Pablo Escobar kept hippos as pets. On his death, they began to breed in the wild and now cause problems for Colombia even today. True or false? Advil was originally invented with erectile fin. True? False. Of course. However, Viagra was originally invented to combat heart disease. Go figure. True or false? Woodpeckers will eat brains if they get too hungry. True. The woodpecker goes too long without food, they begin to hunt down other birds and peck holes in the skulls in order to feed their brains for sustenance. True or false? False. Kobe Bryant's middle name is Aggie. Kobe Aggie Bryant. False, come on. Kobe's middle name is actually Bean, there we go. True or false? Feathers will die after a year of no sex. True. When female feathers go into heat, they continue to do so until they breed. This leads to an increase in estrogen production, and prolonged estrogen increase may lead to a aplastic anemia, which unfortunately may lead to death. True or false? The first television commercial was designed to advertise diamond rings. False? First commercial was actually to advertise watches and first aired in 1941. True or false? Probably true. True? False. Actually, you can. Not only that, the flame will go off a blue hue and be more rounded than a typical candle flame would be. Interesting. True or false? Our sense of smell and taste decrease by 20 to 50% during flight. False? True? True. Apple influence our taste very good because the sense of smell and taste decrease by 20 to 50% during flights. Oftentimes it's around 30% on average, but it can be as high as 50% for some. True or false? A blue whale's heart is roughly the size of a Volkswagen Beetle and plenty large enough that you could easily swim through its head. Is true. Blue whale's heart is the biggest on the planet, weighing about 400 pounds. True or false? The Addams Family set was kept entirely black and white in order. False? Matter of fact, the set was pink. Quite different, really. Huh. True or false? Frisbee remains the only sport ever played on the moon. I wanna say it's false. I would admit. Or false. Astronauts have never actually played Frisbee on the moon, however they play golf there, so. True or false? On occasion, sloth will mistakenly grab the arms instead of the branches of a tree, which sometimes leads to fatal falls. You know what? That sounds so silly, it has to be true. Many sloths die every year from falling for this very reason. Oh god. This is so funny. Has to be false. Please be false. Jupiter and Saturn, if they have diamond vein, I know where we are going, guys. We would not go to Mars, we would go to Jupiter and Saturn all the time and just get all the fucking diamonds. It's true. Lightning storms occur to the planets often, which then turns methane into soot, which then hardens into chunks of graphite and fell into diamonds as it falls. Anyone say cha-ching? False, of course. And have no lungs at all. True false. Scallop is one of the only sea creatures that is considered fully blind. False. Scallops actually have over a dozen eyes all along the edges of their shells. True false. Cumulus clouds weigh over 1 million pounds on average. True. Quite a soft and fluffy appearance, cloud holds loads of weight in water vapor. The average weight of cumulus cloud is 1.1 million pounds. True or false? Platypus is a venomous and can poison you. False? Or is it true? Just think of private platypus. True. Fuck, I knew this. The barbs in the male's hind legs. The venom's highly toxic and causes a severe amount of pain. After the people live in average planet. Maybe? Ooh. False, of course. As a matter of fact, the opposite. Of course. Always the opposites. I don't know what hand paper is, but sure. False. Animals. Oh wait, that makes so much more sense actually. And so remains so well preserved, of course. True false. Oh, that is so false. Completely and utterly false. As a matter of fact, even British tanks have the ability to make cups of the year. Most British thing. True or false? When astronauts Sally Ride first went to space, NASA asked if 100 tampons would be enough for her 6-day journey. That sounds so true. This is true. Don't really know what to say about this one. Oh god. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything about that. This is wonderful. True, I know this. Literally, that's all they are here for. They are here to work, and when they mate, they die. That's why bees are completely women dominated, because all the women bees are going outside, and the queen is the big one, the queen. Easy. If you can actually see a bee outside, it's a woman. Always a woman. True. Matter of fact, you can even hear it pop if you're close enough. Ouch. Oh, that was a pop. True or false? Over a dozen skeletons have been found in Benjamin Franklin's basement. True. An organization named Friends of Benjamin Franklin's house decided to restore the Georgian house where Franklin lived in London in 1998. They also happened to discover a gruesome sight while doing so. All the workers found a human firebone, but that's not all. Authorities were brought in soon after, and remains from 15 people were found in total. 6 of those remains belonged to children, and all of them had holes drilled into the skulls upon further inspection. The skeletons date back to 200 years ago upon discovery. Just so happened to be around the same time Benjamin Franklin lived in the house. Well, Benjamin. balls. Over 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe, and there could be many more that we just unable to observe yet. True or false? True. What? Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, craft blood. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, that was an actually easy to know fact. I'm an idiot. It is so surreal it could be true, but it would make no sense. Like that would blow my mind. You're telling me 7 billion humans are not the same. Has to be false, right? It's true. The claim was first made by Harvard University professor Edward Owen Wilson and the German biologist Bert Höhldobler. I see. The math has since been done and scientifically proven to be accurate. True or false? The carpet used in Sid's house from Toy Story is based on carpet used in Dog with Home and with Boss? Could be. What? Fascinatingly enough, it's actually based on the carpet from Stephen King The Shining. Ooh, that is hilarious. True or false? More than 2,500 left-handed people are killed each year by using equipment made for right-hand dominant. That is so hilarious, it has to be true. The right-handed power source is among the most death. Oh, death is hilarious. True or false? The fictitious city of Metropolis in Tom Superman is located in the state of New York. False! That's where Gotham is. Actually, Metropolis was written to be located in Delaware. True. William James Morrison, a dentist and inventor from Nashville, Tennessee, is the inventor of the first counting candy machine in 1897. Do you think he knew just how much it would increase business for dentists throughout the years? Or do you think that was just a happy little accident? There are no accidents. True or false? Water was commonly used as much. Sure. Oh. 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 Well, I'm not surprised about the urine part. Yeah. This roof is much worse than the Thomas you can use human really fat for mouthwash. I don't wanna know what that smelled like, to be honest. Famous children's shows. Mr. Rogers was on the Navy SEAL sample of several dozen countries. Sure. False, obviously. Despite the reach of the widespread rumor, there are no records that confirm that Fred Rogers ever served in the military at all. True or false? Sharks are older than trees, true. Trees are only about 350 million old, while sharks are actually 400 million years old. Some of the objects that have been sent to space by humans include pictures of sex organs. I swear to God. Yeah? Frauen? Herr der Ringe Konzert. Sicher. Wieso nicht? Wie viel? 8? Na. Ah. Da bin ich nicht. Ey, au. Na. Danke. Nein, ist wurscht. Du geht's ohne mich. Ja, um 80 Euro, da krieg ich. Weißt du, was ich da alles krieg? Für Karten? Weil ich kann immer jederzeit anhören. Jesus. Nicht unbedingt eigentlich. Okay. Nein! Nein! I swear to God, no. I'm actually gonna turn my phone off if I get called again. I'm actually gonna turn it the fuck off if I get called again. 80 euro for Lord of the Rings. Music. Nothing against the music. Music is great, but for a concert, if we can play ourselves, it always sounds great. That's not. Maybe it's not. No. Let's just go without me. It's like, come on. So sure true. All of this is true. More. True or false? Early American footballs were made from pigskins. False? That was another skin. Quite a popular myth, quite being referred to as the pigskin. Footballs were never actually made from pigskins. True or false? The Wizard of Oz told the dog to pay the salary. True? Toto was paid $125 a week, which is more money than a lot of the other human actors get paid for their role in the movie. I know, that is hilarious. That the dog got more paid than the others. That is actually hilarious. That he got paid already, but yeah. Why do you have to come out of the hilarious fact to something like this? Probably false, but I'm gonna go with true. Oh, it is true. What was I used to be, but I'm cheap. Ah, fuck me, eh? Oh my. True or false? About 5% of the world's population can trace their bloodline back to the great Mongol leader Genghis Khan. Ooh. False. However, Khan's proliferation is still one of the record books. Around 1 in 200 people are thought to be descended from the infamous Bald Random 1 to 12 Ward Asia. True or false? Actor Jim Caviezel was struck by lightning while portraying Jesus in the famed Mel Gibson with the Passion for Christ. Seems false, but could be true. This one is true. Caviezel suffered from quite a few calamities during his time on set, but this one was shocking. Fuck you. I'm not sorry, well, you sound like fun. True or false? Beavers used to be the size of bears. bee. Ooh. Beavers, like many animals, have become smaller and smaller as they evolved over time. Can you imagine a giant beaver folk? Oddly terrifying. True or false? It was fairly common for women to wear pants as far back as the 1700s. False. It wasn't actually common to see women wear pants until the 20th century. Exactly, never wore pants, they only wore like dresses and skirts. History. True or false? Unicorn is national animal of Scotland. True. Not only is this true, but it's also awesome. True or false? In only 30 minutes, the human body produces enough heat to bring a full gallon of water to a boiling point. True. Between digesting food, the brain functioning, heart beating, fighting off infection, and just plain surviving, the body produces an incredible amount of heat. Exactly, that's why it produces so much heat. I'm gonna check this map I got from the person called Wife now. Where the fuck is that? That's why I didn't do this way. Between digesting food, the brain functioning, heart, yeah, that's clear. We then produce methods of controlling our body temperature, just as sweating to cool ourselves down, or shivering to force us to increase our body temperature. All in all, the body regulates itself quite well and can produce an insane amount of natural heat. True or false? Keanu Reeves was offered the lead role in the Wild Wild West, but turned it down to stand the middle. That's false. Actually, Will Smith was offered the lead role in Maiden but turned down the opportunity specifically to star in Wild Wild West instead, which in question was considered a massive flaw. True or false? The average person consumes a pound of insects per year. True. Usually the insects being mixed in many of the foods we eat without even knowing it. How long is this game taking? True or false? The Black Death claimed the lives of little less than a quarter of the people inhabiting Europe. That is false. It was like half the people. But yeah, it's even more funny. It only took 5 years to do it. True or false? O.J. Simpson was just cast to play Terminator, however the studio was afraid no one would buy him as a remorseless killer put in the movie. No. Meine could... O.J. Simpson as Terminator? That would be shitty. Let's go through. Ironically, true. Not much to say about this one. Funny how things work out like that, right? That would have been a horrible Terminator. Why? Just why? Do I even wanna know? Come false, please. It is true. Why do you know? Why do people know this? Why do we know this? Why do we have this fact? I know I'm a very curious person too, but I never wondered. Hey, how does beaver ass taste? Let me have a slice of the beaver booty. Oh yes, it tastes just like vanilla. The fuck? You see, beavers secrete a substance from their anal glands that's actually used in fish. what do you tell me? What are you trying to tell me is that most of vanilla ice cream, or pretty much all the vanilla ice cream, uses for flavor beaver ass secrete. Jesus Christ. True or false? The national sport of Afghanistan is Buzkashi, which is surprisingly similar to American baseball. Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna give him that. He will do with it whatever he thinks. National sport of Afghanistan is Buzkashi. This is surprisingly similar to American baseball. Let's go to false, of course it's false. Buzkashi is actually Persian for goat grabbing, and this particular sport involves moving a goat carcass across a goal line in order to score points. False, that's false. True or false? In old black and white films, chocolate syrup was often used instead of fake blood for horror scenes. True. Even the movie Psycho, the iconic shower scene was made with chocolate syrup as fake blood. It didn't look dark enough on camera to be convincing to the audience. True or false? The founder of FedEx turned the company around from the brink of death by saving roughly $3 million in a 3-year period from 1987 to 1998 by switching the packaging to aluminum foil instead of cardboard box. There is no way in... False, of course it's false. The myth is absolutely ridiculous, however. The founder of FedEx did this, of course, Las Vegas. Of course. Norway officially knighted the penguin, that is true. In 2008, King Harald V of Norway knighted the penguin, Sir Niels Olaf, who was adopted by Norwegian military unit from the Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland. Can you imagine how cute that little fucker would look in a full set of plate mail armor and a tiny little sword? True or false? Until 1809, dentures were only used in corpses to make the deceased appear healthy for the funeral. False. As a matter of fact, teeth were often pulled from the mouths of the dead to make dentures for the living. True or false? A chicken once survived almost 2 years after her. True. Mike the Atlas Chicken was his name, and he survived when an axe missed his jugular vein in the majority of his brain stem. Pretty nutty, right? True or false? One of the most venomous creatures on Earth is a snare. True? The geographic cone snail produces venom that can paralyze its prey instantly. Good thing you considering how slow snails move, right? True or false? Famed actor Woody Harrelson's father was a secret service agent that nearly prevented the assassination of a man. False. As a matter of fact, Harrelson's father was an assassin who murdered the Federal shots and later claimed to have been a part of the Kennedy assassination, for his claim has been discredited over time. True or false? Arctic explorer Peter Freuchen was trapped under an avalanche while on an expedition in 1976. Freuchen escaped death by fashioning a ship out of his own feces. That is so fucked up. That's a proof. It is fucking hardcore. Like, yeah. I can't say anything about that. That is just, he's right. That's all you can say about it. That is just fucking hardcore. True or false? Julius Caesar was once kidnapped by pirates but made a daring escape before his ransom could be locked down. There was something about it. I'm gonna... It has... There was something with pirates, but... I don't know. Is it false? But there was something with them, but not this, right? There we go. Actually, the story is quite a bit more interesting than that. Not only did Romans pay the pirates ransom, but Julius Caesar was so offended that the pirates were only asking 20 pieces of silver that he demanded they increase the ransom to 15 instead. Like, hey, oh, I'm worth more than that, take my money. This was the equivalent of saying, do you know who the fuck I am? Google me, bitch, in the 1st century. Pretty much, yeah. True or false? In 2008, a British teen changed his name to Captain Fantastic, faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Hulk, and the Flash combined. So, this somehow, for some reason, is true. George Garrett was only 19 years old when he decided he wanted to think of a theme of superheroes and just go for it, and he changed his name to this incredibly long moniker. Unfortunately for Garrett, it also meant that his grandmother would stop talking to him. Hey, we did it. Oh my god, we finally did it. Well, I think that's about all the fucked up meter can handle for one session. Let's go ahead and calculate the result, shall we? We didn't do bad. We could have done a little bit better on like 1, 2, 3 questions, but otherwise we did pretty good. I'm happy with my result. Now, it shouldn't take too long. We can just push this button and... Where did the doll come from? I know why, she wasn't there the last time we were here. Has that thing been staring at me the entire time? This guy doesn't stop chatting me up. I'm streaming right now, what the fuck does he want? Those demonic looking statues holding disemboweled teddy bears. Well, that's just a little fucking creepy, not gonna lie. If I had pants on right now, I'd be shitting in them. Anyway, we'll just push this button here and... Oh, come on. This thing never works when I need it to. Blast you rash contraption. Your mother is a toast and your father donates hand jobs to them. Aha, here we go, we've got the results. Now, according to this, we answered approximately 67% of the fucked up facts correctly. I'll take it, I passed. Nice. You did amazing, truly. Managed to score much higher than most ever will. Most people wouldn't even get a single question right, so you're already doing better than the majority. I wonder how many of your friends would get these answers correct. Perhaps you should invite them and we can find out. Okay, I was thinking the same, but... yeah, sure, why not? One day, maybe. Would it beat your score? Maybe. Or do you absolutely demolish them? I have faith in you. Oh, by the way, machine spit out some weird word for you. It says, if. I'm not sure what it means, perhaps you should hang on to it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to scrub my skin with sandpaper, give myself a bleach enema, douse my eyes with gasoline, and light them on fire, because I will feel very filthy after administering that fucked up test. Alright, have fun with that. It was nice seeing you again. See you the next one. I would just like to say thank you so much for playing and spending your time here with us today. We hope you enjoyed the experience, blah blah blah, it's a laugh, it's hilarious, we're producing the game, chasing demons, thanks for playing.